Good morning. So today is the test day. Yes, the day of the rewrite. I am rewriting accounting. So much fun. I'm so excited. I found out later on that the entire IIE is rewriting this paper. So Varsity College, Vega, everyone is rewriting this paper. So in my head, I was like, I need to make a TikTok. You know that sound that says, and when we found out who he is, when we find the person responsible, we will. No. You will be dealt with, period. That sound. You will be dealt with, period. I was like, let me do that TikTok sound. And then I was like, no, Barbara, you really should just focus on finishing the work. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me focus on revising instead of making TikToks. So I deleted TikTok. Yeah, how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing great. I hope you're having a fabulous week so far. I'm having a fabulous start of the week. I think God is doing something super incredible during this season. Guys, listen to me when I say pray bold prayers, okay? And bold prayers doesn't necessarily have to mean loud prayers. It doesn't necessarily mean, I don't know what you think it means. But during my prayer retreat, one of the things that stories that I was studying was the story of Hannah in 1 Samuel chapter 1. And the Bible speaks about how Hannah silently prayed to God in her heart. And something that God has been showing me over the past couple of weeks is like, I've been watching him answer some of the silent prayers of my heart that in my head I didn't really count as prayers, because I wasn't really praying. I was just saying, oh God, you know, whatever the case may be, you know, oh God, I really wish that ABCDEFB, or oh God, I really hope that ABCDFG, I wish I had confirmation around this, and I wish the confirmation looked like this. But yeah, just seeing how God has consecutively answered those day after day, I was just blown away. And then this morning I remembered when I studied the story of Hannah, that Hannah didn't even pray with her mouth. Hannah didn't even journal her prayers. She just prayed in her heart. So be intentional about the cries of your heart. Be intentional about the sighs that you make, and be intentional about who you cry to. Rather do it with God, and rather express that with God, because you're more likely to find a fruitful and productive solution than, I don't know, gathering your girlfriends and breaking it down in the group chat. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna head back to my room. I don't want to spend too much time chatting here. Right now the time is 11:15. I don't know if you can see that. It's 11:15. My exam is at 2 o'clock in Bordeaux, which means if I want to be there by 2 o'clock, also given the weather, it's been raining, there's probably traffic, we probably can't drive too fast. I'm gonna have to leave around 1 o'clock, well, I'm gonna leave at 1 o'clock. I won't even lie to you. 1:45 is a bit ambitious. I will leave at 1 o'clock, giving them 20 minutes to delay me and stop me on the road. Hopefully nothing longer than that. And then I can write my exam. And yeah. Cool. I'm just gonna go to my bedroom now. My mom is so funny. I just came back in my room and I'm looking at my messages. So she says to me, good luck with your exam. And I'm like, thanks. I officially write at 2 o'clock. And she's like, I know, baby. Not you calling me baby. Ah, that's so funny. Let me say that's so funny. That's so funny. Haha. Not funny, haha. Funny, weird. TikTok is gonna kill us, guys. Stop. Let the joy and the peace be within. Unlike the capital account of a sole trader, net profits and losses will not be credited. The capital account is reserved for capital transactions only. All the perks that come with the capital in accordance to the ratio in the partnership agreement. Everything else, your drawings, profits, are debited or credited to the current account. That makes sense. I think that makes sense. At the end of each year. That's why it doesn't go into the capital account. Alright, I can rock with that. Very quickly, I just thought I'd let you know because I just realized you're probably thinking to yourself, why is this girl speaking to herself and reading the textbook instead of like writing stuff down? When I was in grade 4, my mom took me to me and my sister, she took us to this, like, I don't know what to even call it. It's like was it at Kumon? I think it was at Kumon. I'm not sure. I think it was Kumon because my sister did Kumon and my brother did Kumon. But anyway, no, Kip McGrath. I think it was Kip McGrath. My sister did Kip McGrath. My brother did Kumon. Anyway. So she took us to Kip McGrath and they basically had this study exam course, learn how to study session thing. And basically they took us through a series of tests and trials and taught us and helped us to find our individual learning styles. So for me, I learned that I am a audio learner, which means that I recall everything that I hear better. So it's very important for me to be in class. So it's something I used to do in high school, and I think I've said this a lot, or maybe not, but I used to do this in high school, and it's something that I kind of let go of when I got to tax. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought a different learning style would work, but I think it was just the weight of the course and the weight of just all the weight that I had put on my back to kind of get that right. I was really trying my best to like do 1,000,010 things other than the thing that I knew actually worked for me. And in the first semester here at Vega, I used the old methods that I was used to, and it worked very well for me. I got a distinction for every single module in this first semester. So I pretty much realized that actually I've been studying wrong ever since I left high school. And basically in high school, what I used to do is I used to record myself reading my textbooks, right? And then I'd play the textbook all the time. Like I'd play it before a test. If I knew we were going to write, then I'd play it while I was jogging. I'd play it while I was walking home. Just play it while I'm bathing, play it while I'm doing stuff, so that the work kind of like sits in the back of my head. And I remember I did that a lot with life orientation more than any other subject. With physics and stuff, I did read it, cool, but also practicing is super important when you're doing your maths and your sciences. Doing actual practice questions, same with accounting, doing actual practice questions. It's just this accounting has a lot of brand new theory that I'm trying to like put into my head, and so I need to hear it all of the time. But figure out your learning style. It really does help a lot, and it really does make sense that I'm an audio learner, because for me, I'm very good at recalling. Like I can't really tell you what I saw, but I can recall word for word conversations that I've had with people. Like that's just something that I will always remember what you said to me forever. And it makes sense that I'm an audio learner. So that's kind of what I do when I'm trying to revise. I just read the stuff out loud for myself and make sure I understand what I'm reading. And then when I'm done reading what I'm reading and I know that I understand what I'm reading, I will try and explain it again for myself to hear that I know what I'm saying, so that I know that we know what we're doing here. That's pretty much it when it comes to, I guess, revision and studying. So I don't really have exam pads. So in semester 1, I did buy notebooks, as I usually do, from Typo. And they're super cute. I think I really like, maybe the only reason I really want notebooks is because of the aesthetic, but I did buy notebooks from Typo, and I realized I didn't use many of them. So I teared out the pages that I had used, the little pages I had used in the notebooks, and I gave them to the kids that I was tutoring. But in second semester, I didn't buy any notebooks at all, because I don't need notebooks, because I'm not going to make notes and I'm not going to write anything down. My version of studying is literally reading, highlighting stuff that I just need to read, like main points that I need to remember, and then from there I just listen to myself while I read. That's pretty much a productive study session for me. So all those study with me videos that you've seen where I'm just like writing stuff, I don't know, dog, I don't know what I was doing there. But yeah, definitely my thing is to read, and I will make notes. I think like maybe there are times where I need to make notes. If it's a very theory heavy subject, I will make notes, and the notes are just summaries of what's in the textbook. So later on, after I've made my summaries, I just read the summaries for revision, for tests and stuff like that. So it's pretty much up to you, but I suggest that you try and figure out what your learning style is. Some people are visual learners, some people are kinesthetic learners, something like that, where you physically have to do stuff in order to remember what it was. And that's why I don't believe in playing music in the background unless it's like jazz or classical music, something instrumental, but not like now I'm like trapping and I'm bouncing around when I really should be listening to what is happening. I think recreating test conditions to the bit. I don't know why am I giving educational advice during the holidays? Stop it. I'm sorry. I apologize profusely. Let us continue with the fun stuff. Lol. So apparently Ndavi is giving away 2 tickets to her Miss Universe farewell event tomorrow in Santon. So they're doing like a giveaway on Instagram. You've probably already seen this. Yeah, and you need to let them know why they should pick you and who you would take. Every entry is 1 entry, and all that stuff. Yeah, I entered it. Can I read you what I wrote? I said, honestly, because I don't wanna lie. Honestly, I've decided to do Vlogmas this year. So this would make for a perfect day of content for me and my Miss Essay obsessed subscribers. Because you guys are obsessed. And you need help. You need help. I love to take Vuyela with me because we're big photo opportunity girls, constantly looking for the perfect aesthetic for a photo, and the Maslow is gorgeous, darling. But we also haven't taken pictures in our new Bonang Select Steve Madden's yet. Lastly, I'm a huge liker of things and would love to see my queen before the crowning. Which crowning? We don't know. We don't know what I'm referring to. All we know is I'm referring to seeing her before I see her again at the crowning of Miss Universe that I'm gonna see her at on TV. The crowning of Miss South Africa that we'll probably see on television as well. You know, we don't know what I'm talking about, but all I know is I'm gonna see at the crowning of Miss World. We don't know. The crowning of Miss Universe. We don't know. Okay, I will see her at the crowning. The revision of the morning is going very well, because I can hear you asking me how the revision's going since I opened my phone to do Instagram. No, the revision's going very well. I'm left with literally just one topic to look over and read over, because I pretty much am prepared, and yeah, I'll be ready to go. These noodles have made me sleepy. I don't want to lie, but I'm trying to avoid taking a nap, because I just want to avoid taking a nap. Like, I just want to take a nap. It's a waste of time. I want to say I can nap in the car, but I am driving, so I can't nap in the car. So a Red Bull might be the better option for me, but I also don't want to spend money unnecessarily. So I will stick to drinking water. Oh girl, the struggle is real. Oh, also I put on this velvet. I should probably do an outfit of the day, shouldn't I? Okay, outfit of the day. Wait, I'll put it here. Outfit of the day. I am wearing my favorite pair of sneakers in my wardrobe. The only pair of sneakers in my wardrobe I recognize, really, my Air Force Ones, and then a pair of socks that I got from Shein for like 18 rand, and then I'm wearing shorts that I stole from my sister that she bought from Mr. Price, and then I'm wearing a crop top which is part of the gym set that I bought from H&M, and then I'm wearing a velvet track jacket that I didn't steal it from my mom, I took it from her. I took it from my mom, and she bought it God knows when, but it's really soft and feels like a hug, so I love it. And then I topped it off with my cropped denim jacket from Shein as well. I think I bought it for like 300 rand if I'm not mistaken. And the reason I put on this velvet thing is because I wanted to take my fleece blanket with me to the exam room and I was like, Barbara, don't be ratchet, because it's raining outside. And I'm like, don't be ratchet, dude, because I don't like to feel like wind and cold on the back of my neck. So I figured, like, if I throw on this really cute, you know, velvet, it still looks really cool. I like the look of like having gray or black jackets and hoodies underneath your denim jacket. That's just me. Yeah, I don't want to change into something else because, you know, I need my thighs to be free. You know, my thighs need to be unleashed when I need to think hard, child. So because this is a 3-hour exam, I'm not going to put on jeans. That's not going to happen. I'm not going to wear a dress either because I actually want this outfit to be functional, and hopefully you'll see what I mean by that later, depending on how the test goes. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my and the gold hoops to match my blue light glasses. Hello, I've just arrived at school, and in honor of me coming to campus, I am going to do one thing that I said I wouldn't do as usual. I always come here and there's always something that I'm not going to do, and I always end up doing it. Can you guess what it is this time? Can you guess what it is this time? I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. And this exam is 3 hours long. I know I'm going to be so bored that I will be tempted to take a nap during the exam. I usually am sleepy by like the last hour because I have to be silent for 3 whole hours, which is very boring. Very boring. No one speaking. I'm not speaking. I can't even hum. I can't do anything. So I tend to get very bored. And so I'm gonna stop by the canteen. Why? Because we're gonna buy Red Bull. Yes. Also, food-wise, I came super prepared this time around, but we'll talk about that after my exam. Right now, the time is 1:30, and must be why I'm at school half an hour before the paper, because my dad came home. Let me grab my stuff while I tell you the story. But my dad came home early, and I guess he saw my car outside, so he literally opened the kitchen door and starts knocking on my door, and I'm like, hey, and he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm gonna leave at 1. He's like, oh, well, he didn't say what are you doing. His words exactly were, it's 22:1. Why are you still here? Well, he wasn't shouting, but he was just like frantic. I was like, oh, because I plan to leave at 1, so I'm just kind of chilling for now. And he was like, why are you doing all of this? Leave right now. It's raining in Gauteng. Do you know what that means? That means car accidents. That means traffic jams. That means a lot of things, okay? You better get your ass on the road. That's not what he said, but he was just like, if I were you, I'd leave right now. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll leave right now. So I literally left exactly at 1:45. Sorry, I just need my license. Exactly at 1:45, which is the time that I definitely said I would be very ambitious to leave at. Thanks to my father, that's what we have done. So let's quickly stop by. Do you know what the problem with me having caffeine is? I already have a very small bladder, but we'll talk about this inside. Let me just grab what I need. I feel like I keep saying the same things over and over again. Oh, we'll talk about this inside. Let me just grab what I need. No, where's my calculator? Where's my calculator? Oh, no ways. Oh. Oh, I was already like engineering spirit come over me because it was definitely giving maths out of your head. I mean, luckily I've learned how to do like percentages. I can do 16% out of my head. I can do 10%. I can do any percentage out of my head because that's what engineering taught me. And yeah, it was just going to be very difficult because the figures in accounting are like 302 million, thousand, million dollars, trillion, billion, gazillion. Okay, let's do a quick check. I've got my calculator, I've got lotion, I've got my license, my erasable pen, and how many highlighters? 1, 2, 3 highlighters. Okay, I think we're good to go. Water and everyone else stays in the car. My cell phone. Am I gonna... Look at my dad. He's like, good. Check the time and plan ahead next time. That is very, very wild. So my dad is a very punctual person, and I guess that's where I get my on-the-go spirit from. That's why I'm always so anxious and I want to leave my friends, because they have no respect for time whatsoever. I will say not Rendani though. Y'all be safe. Lol, today is off to a great start. My favorite security guard was at the door. So she's like, oh, it's you. And I was like, hey girl, what's happening? And I went to go right. So we do like a... Sorry, I'm trying to go to the canteen. We have like a mini catch-up session. And she's like, yo, my dear, they made you come all the way back to Randburg. And I'm like, they really did. They made me come all the way back to Randburg. She's like, I'm pretty sure at home they were like pushing you to leave, like, go, you better go, you better go. And I was like, how did you know? How did you know? It's so funny. Ooh, I can hear Ramsey's voice. But it's so funny because I wasn't able to come to Hi! Noise! What do you mean noise, Ramsey? You knew I was coming!
Wait, what's happening? You also came to ride?
Yes.
Saturday was also fun, eh?
Huh?
Saturday was fun, eh? I wanted to ride Saturday.
You wanted to ride Saturday?
Saturday is the next one.
Oh, but for me, I'm like, let's finish. Hey, like, let's wrap this thing up. I just want a Red Bull, dog. I'm not gonna make this.
Oh, that's how. It's the first now.
This situation.
It was the first now.
Hello.
Bro, down way we're here.
Yeah. So then she's like, yeah, I'm sure they kicked you out, and I was like, yeah, dog, they did. So she knows, like, I pretty much am constantly working, and I'm running. So when we have like YouTube events, they're usually in let me just move a little bit. They're usually in the Santon area. So I like leave campus to go to my YouTube events and then come back, or like I'm doing stuff in between, like being here at school. So she's constantly seeing me like run up and down the stairs, up and down the stairs. And on the days that she does see me, she's like, welcome back. So we have a really cute bond, and I love her to bits. And hi.
Tell the paparazzi. They must make sure the show is there. That time there's nothing going on.
Guys, I just want Red Bull, please.
I just want to hear him say, okay, rats.
You've got 1 hour less.
1 hour.
I think I'm not
To be like, Kiteng, kopa Red Bull e1. King dari sini.
Are you eating at the reunion? My dear? Yes,
You're not writing.
You just came for vibes.
No, wait.
In this weather. Strong chips.
Thank you. Please say you're joking.
She got fruit, she's about to eat, and she's writing it. No, I'm not joking.
This guy came for vibes. Yeah. You know, guys, there was a time where Ramsey almost punched Sean in the face.
Yeah.
Right here. Yeah. We were sitting right here. He was gonna beat him up because of Sean's lack of sense of urgency.
Look, he's slow even now. Bruh, come on, bruh. Have some.
And he's not writing, but he's here in this rainy day weather. Sorry, I think you need the bottle. To love me better than all the others do. Let's go. I want you on me. Would you believe me if I said I Oh, as I was saying, I really do not. Where am I going? I really don't believe in caffeine Well, I do. I believe in caffeine a lot. But I'm like, I know it's not good for me because I need the bathroom every 10 minutes. And that's a problem, especially when I'm writing exams. So like an hour before my paper, I try not to have anything to drink because it's giving disaster. Do you understand what I'm saying? But now, sorry, people might be writing in these classes, so I need to be very strategic with how loud I speak. And now I'm out of breath. I'm so unfit. Yeah, I need the bathroom a lot, and I feel like caffeine exacerbates that. But that's also just my feelings. It's not a scientific fact. However, yeah. So now I'm having caffeine and something to drink. It's almost giving disaster. This is their exam room where we're writing.
Always. You need to study. You need to study. This is a room for people who study.
What's this guy?
And that time, all of us in the class, we asked Baba for extra lessons, and she said no. Ask her. Ask her. No, ask her. There she is. Explain. No, explain to the people.
I was tutoring matrix, math, and physics.
Us, our fellow students. She said no. Imagine.
Wait,
we were going to pay her 200 rand per session, and she said no. Imagine. Imagine. Guys.
This guy. I'm telling him how I'm like, I really wanted to come to the party, but I really couldn't do it.
Where did he stay? Benoni. Bloemfontein. It's the same thing. It's just
the same person who was instigating. Hey, when you live far. This guy lives in Pretoria.
Hello. Please come inside.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Come on, Baba.
Do you know what the thing is? We're not allowed to use pencils in varsity for accounting. So erasable pens work for me because when I realize my calculations are not balancing, I can erase the stuff, but I'm still technically writing in pen. So if you're going to be studying BCom and you know accounting is one of your modules, I suggest you get an erasable pen.
My brain frequently embarrassed so easy.
I'm like, when I did the bank record and then I saw the end amount, I was like, what you going to say? I mean, that felt very easy, so I was really scared that my amounts were not gonna balance. And then it just balanced.
It balanced. What did she get? I got 10,214.
14. It's giving distinction. Ooh. And then the segment profit and loss, that shit was easy. I'm so confused. And I knew it. I thought about writing the one on Saturday. But I knew that they're gonna make it difficult for anyone who doesn't come today. I just wanna chat to Ramsey. I know Finta's gonna have a lot to say.
Bro, it was too easy.
Hi besties.
One.
Are you guys arguing about the lyrics?
Sense too, because that's decreasing. I know.
Feelings?
But the balance,
Feelings?
They gave us the same paper, Haribo. They gave us the same paper. The same paper, we wrote the same paper. As number one. Rog, you're lying. No. Close this. You're lying. It was the same paper.
It was the same paper.
It was the same paper, just different venues. It was the same. It was the same paper.
Oh, it wasn't the same paper.
So then we wrote that.
He says it's the same paper. He says it's the same paper.
It was
You see?
similar, but it was easier. It was similar but easier.
Okay.
Which paper did you write?
But also, okay. Okay, wait, pause. If we're being honest, I told you guys I wasn't like 100% prepared. So I don't remember really all I remembered was bad. That's all I remember. I just remember.
You said that we had a second chance. You were just like,
I said,
come on in.
you know, I went home and I prayed and I was like, God, even if you can let me write this up, my Lord, I will receive it well. I just want to rewrite accounting. And then God said, my child, why would you limit me and say sub? You can rewrite it. The whole thing. I said, God, you're so good to me. You're so good to me.
No, but I enjoyed it.
No, it was too good. It was too good. I need to now go and eat so I can go to the gym.
Gym babes.
I'm just like, my dad doesn't like me driving at night. So if I do,
the gym from now? Oh, no, it's 4.
it's like almost 5 and I still need to do some quick admin. So by the time I leave here, I'll be going at 5 to Samson Gate. And then 2 hours of gym. That means I'm going to do Samson Gate at 7. And that's going to make my dad sick. And it's raining and I'm still going to drive to Centurion. But I don't want to use the gym at Centurion. It's not the one. It's a fake gym. The one in Central, however, even like the things you can shoot when you're achieving, but you know, yeah, like here, I'm getting a 6-pack, and it's not one that is by my effort. It's one because of the equipment. Yeah. 6-packs from Central are not the same as the 6-packs in Centurion. It's a different one. So, and I know even if I call him and ask him, he's gonna say no.
Why don't you do this? You can't do what exercises do you need at the thing?
Today is leg day, so I need to go to the gym.
Why don't you go in the morning?
Because I don't want to be tired. As much as I want to go home and just do like Vlogmas editing, I really want to go to the gym today, especially this weather. You see this weather right here? It's giving go to the gym, come home and have a hot shower and then do some work. Like I'm so torn right now because I really don't want to go to Centurion. I really don't want to Centurion. I don't want to go to Centurion. Hello. I saw you called me during my exam.
I realized that you might still be writing. That's fine. I was buying patterns for my bedroom and I'll just try them out and see if they don't look nice, then I'll return them.
Oh, okay.
I know you're the color coordinator. You know how to coordinate colors.
Why you say I'm the queen of aesthetics? Yeah, I mean I can swing by later. I just want to go to the gym now. I'm thinking this gym, I wanted to go to this one here in Randburg, but I don't know if that's a good idea. Like, what if it rains?
Okay.
Then I have to drive home in the rain. How
do you like?
I I don't even know what to say to you. Like, that paper was so nice. Everything was just balancing. I was just confused. Yeah. Like, I'm typing and it's balancing. I'm writing and it's balancing. So I'm glad I rewrote the paper.
Was it better than the other ones?
Yeah, it was 10 times better. You see, the first question was like 35 marks. The second question was 25. The third one was 35 marks again. So by then, like, I've got 85 marks. Not 85, 95 marks. Sorry, because everything balanced in my first 3 questions. And the paper's out of 180. So at the point of question 3, I was like, I already have more than 50%. Even if I want to walk out right now, I can walk out. So I didn't even bother like calculating how much I have. I was just like, I know I passed, so I'm happy. I'm like, December can begin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, what did Naledi say?
Oh, she was so excited.
Really?
How did you know? She even forgot that she said
Oh yeah.
like the toilet brushes. She said she wanted to do a trial makeover and show me.
Oh, okay. I love that for her. I love that for you. Let now phone alone take the underwear. Cause I'm sharp. To the Lord our God, His love endures. God, what must I do? What do you want me to do? You want me to go to the gym, right? Be honest, God. God, be honest! God, okay. If you want me to go to the gym in Santon, make the lightning go now. Okay, if you want me to go to a gym in Centurion, make the lightning go now. Okay, if you want me to go home and edit, make the lightning go now. Okay. I'm going home to edit, guys. Did you hear the lightning? There definitely was. It was a light thunder. I'm not even trying to be funny. There definitely was a very tiny thunder in the background. God wants me to go home and edit, so you guys saw, I asked him, I said, show me a lightning. God, if you want me to go to Santon Gate, show me lightning. If you want me to go to Centurion Gate, show me lightning. If you want me to go to home and edit, show me lightning. We're going home to edit. Go see him. Sorry, guys. We'll go to the gym tomorrow. Oh, guys, I'm on a video call with couldn't place call. Your Wi-Fi net. What? Please, man. Let me try again. We're literally on a video call and it keeps on like freezing up. Me? Yeah. Yes, I was literally vlogging and telling the people how we're on a video call and the network just doesn't want. What I do think though, I was like, I really need to I still haven't gone to Kuda to tell him that I met you. Yes. I actually met you. Not the freezing again. How am I? I just want to have a conversation. You know what's the sickeningest part? The sickeningest part about this situation. Oh, you're back? Hello? Frozen. Like a chicken in a deep freezer. Hello? Right now the time is 7:35. I don't know if you can see that. It's 7:35 right now. Okay, show them the time, dear. Okay, must I do this? Oh no.
Now you're seeing our messages. But at 7:35, you're just gonna have to trust me. Sorry, I'm shouting because I've got headphones in listening to my girl. It's 7:35 and the load shedding is going to strike here at 8 p.m. So I'm literally sitting here like, bro, you're not giving me network right now. Load shedding is gonna hit at 8 p.m. I'm trying to have a conversation with my friend. Like, can I at least have 20 minutes? Can I just have 25 uninterrupted minutes of good conversation before you leave me in the dark? Before you take everything away from me? I want to spend the night editing. So much for I want to spend the night editing, because now I can't even spend the night editing. I've got Red Bull in my system. Red Bull is still in my cup. And I can't even like do what I meant to do. I skipped the gym to spend the night editing, and here I am. Girl, I rate to just go for coffee. Yeah, seconded. I think an uninterrupted coffee will work, because also our electricity is leaving at 8 p.m. So I'm just like, Escom dog, like, give us 23 minutes of uninterrupted conversation. Like, how greedy can you be? You're literally gonna take away the electricity at 8. Just let the Wi-Fi work for a minute. Just a minute. Yeah, I'm waiting for someone to confirm with me, because I'm supposed to do coffee with one of my leaders from my previous church, just to like catch up and see how the year has gone and all that kinds of stuff. But she's yet to confirm a day that works for her this week, because obviously she has to organize a babysitter, yada yada, all that stuff. So yeah, I don't really know like which day she's like planning on doing all of that. So yeah, let me know when you are around again or available and all that jazz, and then we can rock. Like, it's so weird and it's so crazy, but she's like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, we do the exact same things, we watch the exact same things, we think the exact same way. I just don't understand how that's even possible. So when I met her, did I tell you how I met her? I don't know if I told you how I met her, but I met her at church, and I didn't know her name for the longest time, if she's watching this. But I didn't know her name for like the longest time. I just always knew that she was like the one other, well, outside of like my friends, obviously, like she was the one other person outside of my immediate friendship circle at church that was like, yo, this girl's aesthetic is so cool. She always has like the gold hoops with like the sleeked back hair that's tied into a band, and like semi dresses like my Pinterest boards. So I'm like, I'd always see her, and I remember the one day I think she walked past me and I smelled her perfume, and I was like, girl, you smell so good. And she was like, thanks, it's from Zara. Oh, you smell so good, where'd you get yours? I'm like, oh, it's from Zara. And then we just like going back and forth over like the things that we like about each other, and then we were like, oh, that's so cool. And then she gave me this hack about putting perfume in your hair. So whenever I've got my afro out, I like spray perfume in my clip-ins before I put them on, not before, during, whenever I put them on. And literally everywhere I go, people will tell me I smell good, just because it stays longer in your hair. Obviously, only play like that when you are planning to wash your hair very regularly. So I try to wash my clip-ins every week, and yeah, it's okay. Like, it's not gonna reek of, I don't know, what. But I never gave her my name, and I never got her name. So we just always kind of saw each other every now and then, like at church and passing, like, oh, hey girl, I really love your shoes. And she'd be like, oh, damn, I love your jacket. And then we like geek out for a second and then part ways again. And then I'd see her and I'm like, oh, I love how you slicked your hair today. And she'd be like, oh, I love how you slicked yours. And then we'd freak out and then just like keep it moving. But never in my mind did I put the possibility of like befriending her together. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it just never occurred to me that I can befriend her, because in my head, like, it's not something I do, I don't even know, intentionally. Like, it's not necessarily something I'm like, okay, I'm going to befriend you. I think when I think about like Kolo, for example, Kolo, was I intentional about no. So Kolo, I met her through her cousin Balesa, who I became friends with on the internet, right? So me and her cousin, or her cousin and I, were first acquainted over Instagram, and then we became Instagram friends. And then one day I was at church at the young adults meeting.
I was grabbing a cup of coffee, and as I was making my way across the room, I spotted like this yellow beauty just shining from the corner of my eye, and I was like, this light skin is a certain tone. Like, I have never seen a yellow bone of this pedigree. Like, it was just a different kind of light that was shining from there, and I was like, I only know one person with a skin that glows like that, and she's from Instagram, so she's not a real person. Like, she can't exist in the same time and room and whatever as me. I turned my head and lo and behold, it's Palesa. And then she introduced me to Kulu and like, oh, this is my cousin. I was like, oh, okay, nice to meet you. And then by default, Kulu and I just became friends. So because Palesa doesn't attend our church, she was just there to accompany Kulu, who was looking for a church. It was kind of like, well, this is the only person you know, so you're gonna do that. Sorry, I'm looking for my headphone case. And literally every time Kulu saw me, she was just like, hey, and then we like sit together, whatever. And that was just literally, again, based on like, you're the only person I know. So that's how we became friends. Same with like Rendani and Ruzani. I met them through Jordan because Jordan and I were friends, and I became friends with them because they were Jordan's friends. Same with Ed, same with a lot of the people from church that you've seen. Most of them except Kolo, well, all of them except Kolo, I met through Jordan. Kuda, Cameron, everyone I met through Jordan, but that was also because Jordan was the first person to like approach me and greet me when I came to Jordan and Santana to greet and approach me at church. I remember I was standing outside with Mashiko, and then they came and they had this big fat conversation with us. But he was very, I think the reason why we gravitated more towards Jordan than Santana is just because like Jordan was just always there. Like, he was just always around us, offering us coffee, offering us stuff, giving us tours of places. So yeah, it was very cool. And because Christine is not Jordan's friend, and because I was hanging out wherever Jordan was because he was the only person I knew, we just never became friends until one day. And I don't know if I showed you this day, but there was a day where, the day when Jordan launched his song, the 4th of November, remind me, that Friday, we went to Rendani's house. So it was myself, I showed you this in the Thanksgiving vlog. Remember I was showing you clips of like how Rendani and them always host us. Those clips are from the night of Jordan's release, because we gathered together to kind of like celebrate his single. So it was myself, Rendani, Rudzani, Kuda, and Jordan, the 5 of us. And literally in the car ride back to Rendani's house, Kuda asked me like, what do you think of Christine? And I was like, Christine, who's that? And then he described it, and I was like, oh yeah, she's really cool, this is what we've done, and la la. And he was like, yeah, I think you'd be really great friends. Because a challenge that I had when I got to the church was, and obviously this like been an ongoing conversation with like Kuda, Cameron, Santana and Jordan, is because there's a lot more guys than there are girls at the church. It's so much easier to make friends with the guys because there's just so many of them. But me being me, like, and me being yo bro like, I'm more likely to be chilling with the guys than I am to be chilling with the girls, just because of like, I guess, I don't even know, like politics to some degree. Like, I don't really like politics. I don't really enjoy politics. And I think at the time that I joined the church, there was a lot of politics surrounding just politics, with the guys and the girls and rao, and this guy is not doing this and this girl is not doing that, and just, yeah. So I was like, oh, I actually don't like problems, and I hate that. Like, when I was getting together, or whenever I was like passing by, it was just always a conversation about problems. So I was like, okay, I don't really know too much about like what was going on before I got there, and I don't want to like, you know, be a part of whatever is happening. You guys can sort this out. I'm ahead with Jordan, and that's kind of what I did. But now the problem was, I really do believe in sisterhood. Like, if there's anything that I believe in, it's having a community of girls around me that I can be vulnerable with, that I can share stuff with openly. Because I think with guys, it's only a matter of time, girl, until, you know, sharing, being vulnerable with guy friends isn't really
advisable thing to do. But that's just my opinion. That's just how I feel. And so I really need girlfriends for that particular thing. And that was also something that God was challenging me with, is like being intentional about building friendships where I'm at. Because I think for me, I was very reluctant to build friends, especially female friends at the church, because I felt like if I built friends in this new church in Joburg, I'd be betraying the friends that I made in Pretoria and the friends that are my OG friends in Pretoria. So I really, on top of not wanting to be a part of politics, I really was just building walls, because I was like, I don't want them to get too close because they might replace my friends, and I don't want them to replace my friends. But yeah, God was just really challenging me about being intentional about building community where I'm at and where He has called me. So yeah, I was just struggling a little bit with all of that. And then that Friday, Kuda was like, you should like just try meet up with Christine. And I was like, okay, I mean, I guess I can try, but I'm also like, yo, wouldn't it be weird? Like, I'm just gonna go up to this girl and say, hi, can you be my friend? Like, that's giving stranger danger. You know what I mean? So anyway, I think like the Sunday comes and I was just like, hey Christine, what's up, girl? What's happening, baby? And she was like, oh girl, you know, what's up? Oh no, actually I'm lying. I was sitting by the coffee table and I was talking to Jordan, and she came over to greet. She was like, hey guys, hey. And I was like, oh girl, you know, it's so crazy that you're here right now, because on Friday I was talking, why am I making this voice? On Friday I was talking to Kuda, and Kuda was like, I should hit you up. And she was like, oh really? And I was like, yes. And then we were like, ooh. And then what did she say? I don't know, but her response was very positive. It was like, okay, here's my number. And then we exchanged numbers. And then literally the Sunday after that, I think the World Cup was launching, and Santana, Cameron, Jordan the girl, I don't think you've ever met, you have met Jordan the girl. She was at Thanksgiving. She's the one who they said to her, if she keeps coming to church, Kwazi said to Jordan the girl, if she keeps coming to church like that, she'll find a husband quicker or something like that, something like very dumb like that. But you know Jordan the girl, she was standing with me, Kuda and Cameron at the DJ booth, and we were talking about like all that we were talking about. You know her. So she was hosting a World Cup thing, and Christine insisted that I be there, but because I was with Jordan at the time that Cameron called me to let me know that Christine insisted that I be at the World Cup thing, then Jordan was like, okay cool, I'll come with. And then we all like headed over to Jordan the girl's house, and it was just a good time. And I was like, oh, that's so wild, like I don't even know this girl like that, and she's already like fighting her friends to put me inside like, you know, activities and stuff like that. I was like, oh, she's pretty cool. And then we chatted, and I was telling her about everything that God had done for me in my prayer retreat, and she was telling me about everything that God was doing in her life at that time. And I was telling her about my dream journal, and then she was like, oh damn, you dream journal? Because I dream journal. I was like, no, don't say that. And then we just had like continuous back and forth about like, oh, you do this, oh no, I do that. And we were just shocked that we both do like the exact same things. And the thing that made it crazy is, prior to Christine, right, in terms of like the thing or the principles that, you know, it really like what's coming out of my mouth, I'm listening to myself, I'm like, this is about to sound very weird, but stay with me. In terms of like how far she's willing to believe God, and the intentional implementation of spiritual practices. You see what I'm saying? It sounds so weird, but like things like, you know, vision boards and dream journals and prayer journals and gratitude journals and journals for your notes at church and all that kind of stuff. Like, she 100% is on the exact same wavelength that I'm on. And I think like with Jordan and them, like it's really cool, and like, I mean, yes, we chop up all the God stuff and it's really great, but I think in terms of like journals, the amount of journals I have, I was literally the only person in that friendship circle with that amount of journals. But there is one other person, that's Kuda. So Kuda and I kind of like believe in the same things, but it was difficult to get into that with him because he's a guy, like I was explaining to you now, because he's a guy and I didn't want to like jump in, and now we're like going in, and then it's like now we're inside, side, you know what I mean? Now it's a danger zone. So yeah, when she was saying all of that, I was like, oh, gasp. You are me, I am you, we are us. And so it's been super cool ever since. So we like chat a lot and all that stuff, and we need to go out for coffee, and I should probably respond to her message. Haha. Oh, she sent me a voice message.
Literally disrespectful. Literally, in my opinion, is just the devil being like, this friendship cannot happen because
He's fighting, my dear.
Anyway, so chill. Just tell me like what time he does end up coming back to you. I'm working. I'm helping sew dresses for my previous church, so I'm working like a normal 9 to 5. So anyway, after like 5:30, I'm available. I'm gonna try going to all in night on Wednesday evening. So maybe then we can like chat afterwards, or just I can see you, because I'm trying to build a few more friendships. But I don't really know how my time will be from tomorrow and Wednesday, because the dresses are due Wednesday, so there's a chance I might pull some late nighters. But Thursday after 5:30, Friday after 5:30, and then the whole of Saturday and Sunday I'm available if you want to go catch coffee, and then just get back to me on what time you are available.
At that time, my mom wants to make a braai on Saturday. You see what I'm saying? She wants to do like, okay, let me respond to her before the electricity goes out. Girl! I literally was sitting here telling my vlog how I'm trying to be more intentional about building female friendships, and then you go and tell me how you're trying to build intentional female friendships. It's crazy. But yes, 100% I hear you. I don't know when she's gonna get back to me, but I'm also not gonna like put my life on hold waiting for her to respond. So yeah, maybe Wednesday is a good day. Wednesday I am planning to go to church, depending on like if plans arise or whatever, but for now as it stands, Wednesday I'm planning to go to church to work from there. I might do a fashion haul at Rendani's place, so I'll just let you know. But yeah, I'm also going to all at night, so I'll be there and then we can link there. In terms of the weekend, my mom wants to have a brand Saturday, so Saturday might not be a good one to do, but Sunday might. If you're coming to service, then we can link up after, like, you know, the break between church and SNL. I think we can do that. We can have coffee then. That's actually like logistically easier, I think. I don't know, let me know what you think. We could do coffee at like Paul or Manaka, or I don't know, you know, all the places in Joburg. I don't know anything. I'm just a girl. I'm trying to meet another girl and just be girls. I'm just a girl. How am I? Yeah, so it's just like a very crazy thing. So when she video called me, she was video calling me to tell me that she was listening to the story I was telling on my stories about this pastor that I listened to, which is also really crazy. So there's these two pastors, okay, that I listen to. One is a female pastor, one is a male pastor. So with the male pastor, I don't know anyone in the entire church that listens to this man except Kuda, which was so crazy, because then we were like having this whole thing about, oh, no ways, and no ways this and no ways that. So when she called me, she was telling me that the female pastor that she heard me speaking about, and she's like some Spanish pastor from Panama. Is Panama even like a Spanish place? I don't know, but she's like a, you know, it sounds like she's speaking Spanish. I think she's speaking Spanish half the time, but that's not the point. The point is, like, that lady never misses, and every single time God speaks to me, and every single time it's the craziest thing on YouTube. It's like she gives me confirmation to what I believe God is telling me. So she was calling me and she's like, hey, I heard you listen to this pastor. Like, that's so crazy. That's so crazy. I listened to it and I was like, that's so crazy. And then she asked me, she's like, what was the last thing like that God confirmed for you? Like what was the last word that so I shared with her? She's like, no way, because me too. And I was like, no way, you liar. You liar. Just say you're saying yes to everything. And like, we just were having a moment, but obviously the Wi-Fi is just refusing to see us flourish and see this friendship grow. So yeah, that got cut short. So she's like, we should do coffee, and that's probably what we'll do on Sunday, which is great for me because now now I get to come up with a cute outfit to wear to a coffee spot on Sunday and take cute pictures. Yeah, I'm going to spend the rest of, well, electricity is leaving in 4 minutes. My laptop is currently on 100%. So here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to edit until my laptop dies. So I'm gonna love and leave you. Oh, also Miss South Africa still hasn't announced who the winner of the giveaway is, which is really alarming because all these girls following me. Is it because I commented on the drama models? It's just model girls. Hey, but this girl is fine. Wow, guys, I can't tell you, I'm obsessed with seeing dark-skinned girls owning their dark skin on the internet and just owning their beauty. I'm following her back. Her handle is at Rene Realm. I don't know, you're gonna have to see that. There we go. Okay, it's probably backwards, but you see it. You can make a plan if you want to follow her. She's really pretty. Seems like a cool girl. Now we're mutuals, so let's see what that brings. Let's see what that births. I'm getting distracted. Yeah, so they haven't announced who is going to Ndavi's. Oh wait, they've got a story. Ugh, boring. They announced it. It's not me. Okay, I can definitely go to sleep. So I'm so confused. Why won't the story tab? Carla Ost. Let's see. Carla. I'm just keen to see like who this person is that won. Carla Ost _ Hey, don't I know this girl? This girl, didn't this girl stay in Astorov? Wait, guys. Okay. It's giving SI. I won't lie, her page is giving model. It's giving I'm going to enter Miss SA next year. Isa Damas Korshuis Denier. Isa Damas Korshuis. Isa ISA. What is really Damas Korshuis? How am I? Anyway, I'm happy for you, Carla. I hope she has a good time. I already had an outfit planned though, but that's just because I'm crazy like that. Thank you so much for spending the day with me. It really makes my days so much more like fuller. Because I never feel like I'm alone. You're always with me, which is like really cool. Not that I feel alone when you're not here. I just like, I really enjoy vlogging. Like I love to vlog. And I think excuse me. And I think today's vlog, out of all the vlogs in Vlogmas, is probably the most put together and cohesive one. So yeah, have a good night. I'm gonna have myself a good night, and I will see you guys next time on Vlogmas. Please subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe also. We're on the road to 10k. And then ke batla go ya Coachella. You understand? I want to go to Coachella. I can't go to Coachella if I have 9k subscribers. They won't take me seriously. I need to have 200,000 subscribers, and then they will call me personally and say, hi, because you have 200,000 subscribers, we want you to come to Coachella. And then Rihanna's gonna call me and say, hi, because you have 200,000 subscribers, I want you to come with me to that festival where we wear bedazzled lingerie with wings and parade on the street for cultural reasons. I really love that parade, Rihanna, and I would be honored to come with you. In fact, I even have a six-pack because I've been so consistent at the gym and not going. I love you, Rihanna. Good night.